to just pick up the phone, Joey, and just dial. You know what? And I dialed the phone number, and God, you know, I said, I'm calling him. See, what we wait is for the call until we get beat, in other words, to receive the call. But I said, you know, Lord, I'm calling you. Father, Lord, I want to have fellowship with you. Father, Lord, I want to be faithful, Lord. I want to have not a religious state of mind, but an intimate relationship with you. Yeah. And as you know, sometimes, you know, Joe, we wait for the call. Sometimes we got to make the call. Amen. And I tell a lot of people, what do I tell people here all the time? And it's funny because my wife just sent me a video about that song that says, and you know it, Marilyn, I'm always saying, call up, don't wait for someone to call you. You call them, and you just pick up that phone and you just say, I just call to say I love you. I just call to say how much I care. You see, when we start doing that, but some of us are still waiting on the call. You see what I'm saying? We're still waiting, and God has been calling you for the longest. If you believe that, say amen. Amen. Because I remember that when I was not saved, but you know, and I didn't know the Lord, a lot of people were telling me, you know that? And as they were telling me that, Kelly, I realized that, you know what, God is calling me. Why am I not picking up that phone and saying, Lord, here I am. Do what you want with me. Help me to be better. Fill the void that's within my heart. And I'm illustrating this because God is calling you. He's been calling you for a long time. Why is it so hard for you to answer that call? And then once you receive that call, and this is what I'm trying to get to, Joey, and those here, those watching me live, that you know what? Coming together, fellowshipping. I had a wonderful time yesterday. Amen. Is that the truth? Amen. If you agree that, come on, say amen. Come on, help me to preach this message. Amen. I had a wonderful time because you know what? Exactly what God was putting in my heart was fellowship. Fellowship. Taking the time out. Even driving a distance. Like my sister drove a distance. Why? To be a fellowship. To encourage. To build up. Amen. You see, when we have that mentality, then what we're doing, and I'm saying by that let's not stay in the booth, let's get out of the booth. Amen. And let's start moving forward because God has been calling you for a long time. But we're to also, as He's called us, we're to call others. And that is the Great Commission, to minister to one another. And how do we do that? Not by bringing religious doctrine on people, throwing them down the leg, or trying to point fingers, but to love and to encourage and to build up. Oh, I feel like preaching this morning. Amen. And he says what? We are called to have what? We know that we are all called to have fellowship with God. Is that the truth? Say amen. Amen. We know that we're called. So why can't it so hard for us to pick up the phone, Karen? Why is it so hard for us to dial that number and coming together and being there and going the distance? Jesus did the distance. Am I right or wrong? Amen. Amen. He did the distance. He came along. God stepped down from heaven to call us and to bring us into what? Fellowship. Why I preach on that all the time? Because sometimes, Kelly, we got to go back to the basic things of life. And I was sharing that yesterday. It was such a beautiful time. My brother retired from his job long. Joey working hard all his life, and it's a time. But what happens? People come together to fellowship and to what? To celebrate. Oh, hallelujah, to celebrate what God has done in his life. Amen? Amen. So it's not just talking the talk, it's walking the walk. Amen. I feel constricted, but that's okay, because I like to move. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and 9. Hallelujah. And those watching me live, when you watch this video now, or you watch it later, God is calling you. Pick up the phone. And then once He calls you, you pick up the phone and call somebody else. And let them know what God has done in your life. And have fellowship with one another. Hey. In 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 9, says what? God is what? Faithful, by whom you were what? Called into what? Fellowship, right? Of His who? Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. service with what? Calling out the name of Jesus. Even before you came in, Karen, I was saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And the Holy Spirit hit me, and everybody just started praying. Joey, remember, we came into unison because the Spirit was moving. Why? Because we were in fellowship. Not only with God, but with each other. And then what happens, that manifestation, that love, that, that one accord, that Spirit joins hearts together. Amen. That's why it's so hard for me to understand. Why is it so hard for people to fellowship? Or to come into God's house? Every chair should be filled in this place. Amen. Even as we fellowship, and I was sharing on Mother's Day, those that were here, those that watched the video, and I'm going to repeat it again. Remember what Mom used to tell us. Love your brother, love your sister, prefer them before yourself, forgive. You see, Kelly, and I'm using people right here because I like to be right from people, right? Kelly, we got to learn to forgive, but also we got to learn to forget. A lot of people say, well, I forgive, but I don't forget. See, that's what's holding us back, Karen. We got to learn to forget about it. You can't do nothing about yesterday, right? And you can't do about nothing what people have done in your life. You got to forgive them. But also forget, because if you keep dwelling on not forgetting, then it never left. That forgiveness never left. Then what we're doing, what we actually are doing is deceiving ourselves. And God sees it. And he sees, look down on us. He says, I want you to have fellowship. Mama told us, my mother told me before she left, I want you to love your sister. Remember, keep the family together. Stand up. I just did a bit of Evangelist Williams. We went to, on Saturday, Friday night, we went to Pahokee. We were there with the family, and I don't want to discuss anything, but that she held the family together. Mom is gone now, and Grandma, both together, and the coffin's right there. You know how hard that is for a family that's big to see your grandmother, Joey, and your mother. There was so much weeping and sorrow. But I was reminding them, now you got to carry on that legacy. She held the family together. Don't let the family break up. Because we know that the devil comes for one purpose. What? To divide and to destroy. And to destroy fellowship and relationship. Because in order to have a relationship, you got to have fellowship. In order to have a relationship, you must have fellowship. If there's no fellowship, how can you develop a relationship? Does that make sense to you? Come on, Kelly, I know you want to jump up and dance around the church, but I'm going to slow down for a minute. I don't know why I'm picking on you, but I feel the Holy Spirit saying, you know what? He's calling! It's time to arise and shine, and let your light shine within you. Amen. Because what is the awesome thing that God has done for us? He has called us into what? Number one is what? Fellowship. Right? He's called you, Joey. He's called me to have what? A fellowship, an intimate fellowship with one another. Do you know, I meet people all the time, and no matter where I'm at, Kelly, and especially Walmart, I keep saying Walmart because we all live in Walmart, or Burlington. And I see other pastors or even people that I've met that I've known for a while, and maybe, I'm being straightforward. And some things I say, you know what, I'm not going to let the enemy stop my fellowship with the Lord. What I mean by that, you know what? I see you no matter where I see you. Even if you run from me, Marilyn, I'm going to chase you down and hug you. And tell you, how you doing? God bless you. And I'm going to share my love with you. Because you know what? I got to learn not only to forgive, but to forget. And the other, for me, to forget, I had to go to those individuals and say, you know what? I love you. I forgive you. And then what I start doing is forgetting and start remembering that moment that I just spent encouraging my brother and my sister. Amen? And it boggles my mind, and I don't know why, but God has put that in my heart that I'm always talking about love. And so, because I said, how can we move forward if we can't do the basic things, Joey? If we can't even fellowship. You understand? Sometimes with even our own natural family, how can we fellowship with our brothers and sisters in Christ? The most important thing is how can we fellowship with God? Because God said, you know what, love your enemies even. And he said, never forsake of coming together and breaking bread. What we did yesterday, that was, man, I thank God. Because I sat there and we were in this big barbecue thing, and so many people from all over, and even people that I haven't seen in a while. You know what I did, Kelly? I wanted to look, and I told her, yeah, man, you know what God has done in my life. Became a witness and saying, this is what God has done in my life, man. Let's break together. Not even thinking of what happened in the past, because the past has nothing to do with my future right now that I'm here before you, and you're here with me. See, God wants to make a change in our life, to have a fellowship. But in order to have a fellowship with God, we got to have a fellowship with each other. And the Bible says real clear that you hold anything, I don't care what it is, against anyone, then you can't have fellowship. That's what that means. You cannot have fellowship with God because you're still holding on to bitterness. And you know what? I've learned to turn it around, and I hope this helps somebody and those watching me live. You know what I do? I start thinking, you know what? I'm not going to remember the past, but I'm trying to forget the past as much as I can, especially something that I did was displeased with. Let me put it that way. And focus on the good things of that individual, whatever, and remember the good things about him or her. Remembering those moments that we had good times and focus on that. And then when it's easy, you start learning to forget. Because you're not, see, everything works through the mind. And the enemy can only attack you, and I've said it 1,000 times, just through your mind. He can't touch your heart because deep down inside, you know that anyone, regardless of how you feel from them, are hurt or in pain, or you know what I'm saying, or in their coffin. We run because there was at one time a relationship, a fellowship with those individuals. I hope this is helping somebody because I know that God put it in my heart. And I'm just preaching without practice in my life. It's to forgive and to forget. Because I said, Lord, I just don't want to forgive because I don't want anything to hinder my fellowship with Him. And I said, you know, I got to learn to forgive and to forget. And how can I? And I asked the Lord. I went before the Lord, Karen, and I said, Lord, how do I forget? It's so hard to forget. Because you know what? Our natural nature, Joey, is that we hold on to things that people done. And then when we see them, it's like you know what? It's like a red light. It lights up. Instead of being a white light, it's a red light. Because we know the red, represents when you get hot enough or angry, then anger comes in. And then what happens? The enemy got you. And you say, well, no, it's because you see that thing that even sometimes you have people that see you and you know you see them, right? That's a complete fan. And you know they're seeing you and they try to go the other way. They don't do that. They say, oh no, that's you, Pastor Benny, I'm in trouble. Because you'll chase me down. And I mean it. Because I said, hey, I'm not letting that individual stop my fellowship with God. Regardless of what they're thinking, I'm still going to love them. Because we're to have the heart and the mindset, right? Of God. See, we have such a fellowship that we have our nicknames, and because we have fellowship, we're intimate with each other. Amen? I don't want to go too far. But he says, well, what is an awesome thing that God has is to call us into what? Fellowship with Himself. And God Himself, what? Through what? Through His Word, which you have on your lap right now. Amen? Now, our intimate fellowship with God should lead to the same, and if you can't write this down, I should have put it up there. And remember this, or write it down. Our intimate fellowship with God should be a fellowship with Himself, right? God Himself is through what? Through His Word, number one, right? But the second one is our intimate fellowship with God should be leading to the same level of fellowship with our brothers and our sisters in the family of God. I'm going to say